Well, that's good because this is your 540.
No way.
I'm here in what I thought would be the much warmer Nashville, Tennessee area. It is freezing cold. I have a 540 speed on the trailer. So we have a mission today, and it's a fun mission. Today is a mission where I get to play home improvement, but with a car. And then I get to pick up, I guess, a couple cars for myself. So this is the 540 speed that I just replaced the engine on, you guys may be familiar with. The story with this car that I didn't really want to get into because it's a secret, who I bought this car from is the son of one of my clients turned good friends in the BMW world. And he called me one day and said, hey, my son blew up his 540. He doesn't want to fix it, doesn't want to deal with it. You know, do you want to buy it? I know you like your E34s. And I said, of course I want to buy it. So I bought the car and it was not running. It was all, the engine was super messed up. If you guys saw the video where I tore it down, it was destroyed. And he called me, I would say, you know, I bought it, this was almost a year ago. I just finally had time to work on it. But anyway, he called me probably like a month after I bought it. And he said, hey, I think my son really misses his 540. And I could imagine why, because these things are freaking awesome. So I would also miss my 540. And basically then the plan was me and his dad were secretly speccing out the car to rebuild it. And we're gonna surprise him with it. He has no idea. So I'm really excited. We started off the trip yesterday with a flat trailer tire. We had a couple of hiccups yesterday, but otherwise fairly smooth sailing. I've been looking forward to this trip for quite some time, but all the stars had to align because there's a lot of moving parts. I'm meeting with a lot of people and I had to finish this and I got delayed on the 540, so which means I got delayed on this trip. Had to wait for the body shop. Yep. Fires right up. He will be very excited to receive his car in this state rather than how it was before, where you could start it, but you could just hear the valves smacking the piston on that one cylinder head. And I also did some other stuff, got the interior detailed, door handle gaskets, fixed the front headlights, fog lights, you know, all the power steering stuff, as I maybe mentioned. But so I think it's a much better car than it was, and I'm excited for him to get it back. And if you didn't know what I meant by home improvement, you guys remember that old TV show with, what was it, Ty Pennington or whatever, where they would go around and they would, you know, repair people's houses, and then they would say, you know, move that bus, and he would move that bus and they'd be surprised. So we're kind of doing that, but at a smaller scale. But now we are delivering the 540 back to Mark and his son, Alex. He has no idea that we're doing this, and that's why I'm excited. So the plan is, because I unloaded it because I had to go get the E30 before I'm seeing them. Otherwise I was gonna bring it there on the trailer. So it'll be very inconspicuous because obviously if I'm there by myself in this car, he wouldn't suspect that I'm leaving the car with him. So I'm gonna basically just go there, show up, and when we talk to him, we're gonna say, like, I'm gonna say, well, while I was driving through, I was in the area, and I thought maybe you'd want to see your old 540, you know, up and running again. So we're gonna try to, like, you know, taunt him in a way with hanging his old 540 right in front of him, but saying, well, you know, it's mine now. And it's gonna be hard for me to act through that because I'm gonna feel like such a jerk off saying that, right? Like, I got your 540 here, I just wanted you to see it, but it's coming home with me. So we'll see how long I can act through that before I cave. But then obviously we'll make the announcement to him that, hey, this is yours again. And I think it'll be exciting. I think he really liked this car. And as I've said, like, I can imagine missing the shit out of your 540 because these cars are super fun. I'm gonna miss this car, but it makes me happy to get it back to him, right? Up and running, new and improved. So I replaced the whole engine. I did a JB Racing lightweight flywheel. I did an M5 E39 clutch. I replaced all the power steering stuff. The power steering lines were leaking. The box was leaking. All that's taken care of. The engine's all resealed. I didn't do the stroker because you guys watched that video. My donor engine was shot. We kept it with a stock B40, just replaced it with a lower mileage unit. 271,000 miles on this bad boy. So that was a well-used M60. and it should have had more life in it, but you never know what happens. But anyway, so he's getting it back with a new and improved lower mileage engine, all refreshed, resealed, no need for any maintenance in the future. He's excited to get this car back. I mean, I would be, because this thing's a riot, and getting to drive it out here in the Tennessee mountains is pretty fun. It's making me not want to let go of it, but we know it has to be done.
I think I can hear Alexander's car coming down the road and now up the driveway. He's gonna be so excited. There it is. There it is. How's it going, Josh?
He's back in town.
Yeah. Heard you coming down the road.
Oh, I know. I did that on purpose.
He can't hear you.
No? So we're going to say, hey, I'm just visiting.
Yes.
And okay.
Yeah, and then I'll let you kind of.
It's going to be hard for me to even keep a straight face through that. He's going to want to. He might want to sock me. You're like, why the hell would you bring my old car back?
Holy shit. Yeah.
I got it fixed, and I decided to go on a test drive. I had to go look at a couple cars in Georgia, and I figured you would like to see it on the road again and hear it running. You didn't hear it?
I was in there with music.
What's up, dude?
How's it going?
You remember how this thing looked?
Yeah.
Remember how it sounded?
Yeah.
Pistons tapping away at the valves. This thing was, hey, she was struggling, but it's alive again.
It's a little dirty.
It's a little dirty. I mean, I drove this thing all the way down here from Chicago. So the only thing I did differently with this engine was different colored valve covers. I don't know what you would think of that or anything.
I like the blue.
You like the blue?
Yeah.
Well, that's good, because this is your 540.
No way.
This was never my 540. Me and your dad have been in touch, planning some rehab work for it to surprise you with it, and she's back to you. So I wanted to keep it going longer, but I felt like you were just gonna get so pissed at me, rubbing it in your face. But
you did a lot of stuff to it.
Yeah.
It's new. It's a 140-mile-1,000 engine.
It's a new engine, 140,000 miles, all resealed, gone through. Lightweight JB Racing flywheel, E39 M5 clutch. I did have to eliminate your direct intake boot here because it ripped on me, but. Hey, your dad said that you really missed this car. Yeah. And luckily he got a hold of me before I had even touched it. I don't know, maybe a month or so after I took it home. Yeah. And he said, hey, I don't know what you want to do with it, but I had bought the M5 at the time, and I was like, I don't need it. And I know 540s are damn intoxicating cars. I know it sucks to see one go. So I got her all fixed up for you. Brand new tires, because your tires were gone. Your door handle gaskets were missing, so these are brand new. I'm sure you remember the annoying wind noise from your passenger window that was broken because the track was bent. Windows all fixed. You got working windows again. We wanted to kind of go through it. Oh, actually, I forgot to even show you that you have a front end again. I don't know if you remember, you were missing all of your all your headlights were cracked, and then your fogs were gone and your covers were gone. So I was able to dabble together a full set of everything for you. I had it washed, but I didn't drive it down here. I trailered it. So it was got a little salt bath, and you know, we had wanted to, I know we wanted to do a lot more, right? We really wanted to get it really nice for you. Ran out of time, and it was just, you know, like I wanted to find you a new sports seat. Those are so hard to find. So it's not a total home makeover,
Let's
but
see if we can work on.
yeah, it's not a total home makeover, but you can get in, drive the shit out of this, and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
because the engine's good, the clutch is new, it's still in the break-in period, so I would recommend you maybe take it easy for the next couple hundred miles.
The steering box
So,
was leaking.
oh yeah, so your steering box. So I replaced every single power steering line on the car, and I put the engine back. I did it all when the engine was out because that's the only way to do it, right? Those lines. And I put it all back together, put the engine in, and then I found the next day when I got to the shop, there was a puddle. Your steering box was leaking out of the rear output shaft. It's not a fixable thing, so I had to throw in a new steering box with the engine. So that was a pain. But you basically have a 140,000 mile engine, 140,000 mile steering box. Your transmission's the same, but it's got a new flywheel, a new clutch. And just wait till you drive this thing, it revs to the moon. If you're not paying attention, you'll be at like 5K trying to rev match. This flywheel jumps. It's a lot of fun. I was enjoying the drive here, so.
I think it's similar.
Same as yours. The clutch is probably a different clutch. I don't know if you have the M5 clutch, but that was.
Did you hear when he came out?
No,
I was pretty taken, like just walking behind him because I said, "Hey, Papa needs you." He's like, "Okay." Like, and then we were walking, and I said, "Where's he at?" I said, "He's just right over there." And he's walking. He goes, "Oh shit!" Like that's all he said, and he's like, "Hey."
Oh, he's very moved by it.
Yeah, I could tell. Yeah, that moved me. I was trying to tell him about the engine. I had a couple tears in my eyes.
It's a great job.
I think we did good.
I'm glad it worked out.
I think we did very good. Yeah, let's go drive this thing. Look at that, you got the model.
It's the M5, but yeah.
Oh, close. That's the new Hot Wheel, right?
Yeah.
Or is that the new one or is it an older one?
New one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have
I didn't know that.
black
Oh,
one
you
that
you
came
painted
out
the
black.
wheels.
I just swapped them, yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't know you could even
Rivets.
swap the wheels. Look at that. So he had a model of his car. Wow.
I was living.
Yeah, vicariously.
1/64 scale.
You had no idea, right? Yeah, the clutch is. Yeah, it bites. It bites. It's soft and it bites pretty low. So it's gonna take a little bit to get used to.
Yeah.
But they say that's the best setup you can do. So I wanted you to have kind of the best. Oh yeah, man. So like me and your dad have been in talks for a couple months now, and I was supposed to finish this a long time ago, but you know, we wanted to go and do so much, but there's only so much you could do in a given time frame and just the amount of money, right? So like, you know, as much as I wish I could have like, you know, done stuff like that, like it's pretty much exactly what it was when you had it, you know. And that your reaction was priceless.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of the Alpine White. I love the gold style 32s that were on it.
He said, please keep the wheels on the car. And I said, no problem. And your tires were shot because I know you were probably enjoying this thing. So,
A little bit, yeah.
They say you're not supposed to go full throttle, but you can go most of the way. Feel your car again.
Yeah, these neighbors haven't heard this engine in a while.
They're probably going to be pissed. They're going to be like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's back.
And then the let off with the
pop, yeah. I did that in downtown Franklin when I was driving through.
Yeah.
I scared so many people. It was hilarious.
It's some of them are really loud. Some
Really
of them it's
loud.
a little bit like more of like a pop.
Yep. You know, like if you tap the pedal, you can get it to do it more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned that when I had a chipped 540. When you get the chip and the catless, like they can pop them. So, yeah, you know, I've been dying to know because your dad kind of told me the story, but like when this engine blew up, like what happened? Like what were you doing and like what kind of happened if you remember?
So what I think, I'll actually take you right by where I think it happened initially, but then it didn't really start to show signs for like maybe another month after, 2-ish. Is what happened is, like you said in the videos, it seemed like maybe a money shift thing, which it wasn't a money shift, but my accelerator pedal got stuck all of a sudden. So I was just like coming on this road going 40, 50, and all of a sudden I was coming out of a turn in third going to fourth, shifted to fourth, and the revs just kept going up, stayed up. So I was like, okay, put the clutch in because
so then it kept revving, right?
But it kept running, so I was like, all right, like get it to a stop, turned it off, and I was like, okay, I was like kind of thinking through it. I'm like, put the clutch in, still went. It's got to be the pedal. So I just kind of kicked it a couple times, came loose, but Yeah, I mean, for that 10, 15 seconds, maybe.
Yeah, you just...
I mean, because I was going 40, so I didn't want to just like halt it.
Yeah.
But
oh, that's interesting. I didn't. I mean, I was messing around on there. I didn't see anything that would cause your pedal to do that.
That's the only thing that I think could have really done it. I mean, I've maybe missed a couple shifts, but not like a money shift.
Yeah.
Not like that. It was coming out, well, going the other way. It was coming out of this turn, coming up, and I stopped basically by, I think, this mailbox.
Oh, how funny is that?
It was on a hot, sunny, like Sunday, like coming home from like lunch after church.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had people coming by. They're like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, just trying to figure this thing out." But
oh man, that's because I mean it was really bizarre. Like I know you guys said like, oh, there's no compression in that cylinder, right? Like the valve was burnt.
Yeah.
Which it was, but also then the two valves were bent. And your head was cracked, and the cam was sheared in half. So I couldn't understand, right? Because a bent valve wouldn't turn into, or a burnt valve wouldn't turn into bent valves.
Sure.
Right? But also, like, say a money shift wouldn't necessarily burn a valve and bend a valve.
No.
So it was a very bizarre, like, internal damage. Even though, like, the bottom end of that car, like, man, like the cylinders looked so good.
Yeah.
So.
No, it was a
healthy engine. You took care of it. Yeah. So
I'm surprised it put up with me for so long.
Well, I hope this one puts up with you.
Yeah, much more respect and just toned down. Much. Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, though, you could beat the shit out of these cars.
Yeah.
So
keep oiling it. Keep
oiling
in check.
Yep.
Well, the whole first thing was like my mom was coming out to the shop to get me, and she was like, "Your dad needs your help." I'm like, he could have called me. It was just like the.
What, were you suspicious?
Not really, and then like I did see the car. That's when I was like, "Oh, holy shit!" Like I just thought like I didn't know when I'd ever maybe see it again.
Yeah.
And if I would it be you driving it, or like I don't know, or like at a car show sometime later from someone you maybe sold it to. But yeah, no, it was a huge surprise.
Did you believe my story at all that I was just driving through and I wanted you to see the car?
Oh yeah, I mean when you were grabbing the key out of the car, I thought you were getting in to start it, and I was about to video it.
I was going to start it.
I haven't heard this thing in a while.
I was going to start it, and then I was like, well, I didn't want to keep that lie going because I felt like such a jackass.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, I just want to show you your old car and all the cool things I did to it, right? I was like, I couldn't even keep the face anymore. I was like, I feel like a douche. So I just like, I'm just going to throw the key in your hand.
Yeah.
And the reaction was priceless, that whole thing. That was awesome. Like you remember.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, thanks, dude.
Hey, you love it or what?
Love it.
Happy to have it back?
Oh yeah.
I'm glad, dude. I'm glad. Well, this doesn't look promising at all in its current state. Now we are starting our journey back home. That was an awesome week. And that was an awesome experience. Absolutely nothing beats surprising someone with the car that they loved so much that they reluctantly had to let go of due to catastrophic engine failure. You know, it's not like, oh, my E34 needs control arms, I'll get to it. I know it really hurt Alex to let go of that 540, and I think it turned out fantastic. Just the smile that put on my face, and the joy that brought me seeing him when I first dropped the keys in his hands. You know, he was tearing up. It was actually pretty emotional, and it was just awesome. So Mark, Alex, if you're watching this, thank you guys so much for letting me be a part of that. Thank you for trusting me to get that car back up and running. I hope you guys enjoy it for many, 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 many miles and years to come. So that was an absolute blast. Thank you guys for following along. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode.